Hey viewers, welcome to another Gamers Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing an Orianna game, played once again by Winchaman, who, as I said in the previous game, has his own YouTube channel and is looking for some subscribers. So if you like the playstyle, or if you just want to see more games, then he's probably the man to go for. And yeah, well, check him out. If you like it, subscribe, and I will put a link in the video description if I actually remember. Anyhow, the great Orianna trick here as an opener, putting your ball out actually lets you scout ahead, and it puts you out of harm's way. As you can see, the ball is at maximum range, that's why you have this red triangle. And yeah, bottom lane apparently being stupid. And yeah, using flash and giving away 2 kills it seems here. Oh, using ghost as well. Oh, really lucky that this Tristana is such a bad player. And getting away from that. Yeah, I don't know what this Tristana took first. Oh, she took explosive shots first. But that was really retarded. I mean, Tristana could have easily gotten that kill. And there was no way that this Caitlyn would have gotten the kill on Volibear. And of course, running into the bush like that is just plain stupid. There is no other word for it. I'm really sorry, but that's just the way it is. So, helping a little bit with the blue buff there. Apparently the Udyr didn't go for wolves first, which is kind of strange because normally we see people going for wolves first because it's basically free experience. So, Winchaman against another Orianna here. And an Orianna on Orianna battle is of course always funny to see. They have different skins, so it's kind of easy to tell apart. And yeah, for now, it is kind of obvious who's doing the best here. In the harassment battle, that is. And it seems that enemy Orianna really doesn't have a clue of what to do against an Orianna. Well, obviously you only see this in normal games, and yeah, you don't see it a whole lot in normal games because Orianna isn't played a whole lot. Apparently I didn't even have a game from her on my channel yet. But yeah, Orianna is now going, well, enemy Orianna is now going back home. And so is our friendly Orianna. So the mid lane completely deserted. I think I would have opted to get at least a big minion before going home. Because he had plenty of mana to do so, or to at least get it really low. And yeah, it is risky to not go home at all. Because, well, the enemy is going to come back with some extra items. And in this case only some potions, but still, it is really risky to be out of the lane like that, and yeah, that's why he decided to go back, because he really didn't need to for any other reason. And doing some nice harassment here. Yeah, there's nothing the enemy can do except try to land the ball, but the problem is if you're fighting your own champion, then what you can do, they can do as well. So taking some damage here. But yeah, well, he can do that damage right back if he's quick enough. And there you go, doing the damage back. So going for boots here now. Yeah, boots will help with the dodging of the Q. Wow, I didn't expect that. But yeah, the ball immediately killing enemy Orianna. And I'm not sure why she stepped out of the bush or why she didn't go back I'm assuming she saw Udyr there. But I don't know why she didn't just run all the way around, because this was obviously kind of an easy way to get killed. And yeah, 2 Doran's rings now, and some health potions. And that should be enough to, well, sustain in this lane. Because the rings give you a decent amount of magic mana regen. And yeah, it's just great to have. I mean, the rings are great. The problem is you cannot build them into anything, but yeah, well, that is normally not too much of a problem, because by the time you hit late game you will have so much money that it doesn't really matter, and for the early game it gives a lot of sustain for the amount of gold you put into it. So all in all, it's well worth it. Both of them doing exactly the same thing. Oh. So the skill levels are now 3, 1, 1, I'm assuming. Yep, with 0 in the ultimate. Although it says 1, it's a mistake in the programming. Oh, where have we seen those before? Yeah, there really isn't any level yet in the ultimate, because, well, she's level 5. So how can there be? What surprises me is that the enemy Orianna actually is level 5 as well. Pretty sure that our friendly Orianna here will reach level 6 before enemy Orianna. And there's Lee Sin coming in to not do anything except get slowed. And yeah, he's going to get kited a little bit, but I'm assuming... Oh, yeah, that wasn't very smart. He was going for the kill on enemy Orianna, but I think the better thing to do there would be just to run out once he hit the slow, or at least run here, flash over and be gone. But yeah, enemy Orianna escaping with a few health points. Does use mana and a health potion there, so is planning to stay in the lane a little bit, which is not the smartest thing to do. But she's still here, and if she stays here she's going to get killed. So I wonder what the plan is there. Yeah, the ultimate's coming up for both of them, and unfortunately, yeah, he didn't get the or nobody got the advantage of having the ultimate while the other one doesn't have it. Yeah, and there you go. Staying in. Stupidly staying in, I should say, and getting killed. Because, well, you're full, the enemy is full health, and you don't even have health potions anymore, so... It's kinda... yeah. Not the way to play that, let's call it that. Let's call it that. Yeah, not a whole lot else to see here. Getting blue here from the Udyr. And there we go. So, Orianna with blue, yeah, obviously really good. It will give her 24% cooldown reduction now. The blue buff adds 20%. So going for from 4% to 24% is a really, really big deal. Plus, yeah, with infinite mana you can spam your Q all you want, and since that's the harass tool, that is going to be really good to have, obviously. So enemy Orianna already used her shield there, and is going to need another shield here really soon, because she is going to get harassed, I'm assuming. Oh, well, he's kind of cautious of the Lee Sin coming in, because he got killed last time, but in general, if you can use the slow the way you should, then you shouldn't have any trouble with that. Because all Lee Sin has to deal with the slow, or after he gets slowed, I guess, is his Q. So, and we saw from the previous gank that he doesn't really know how to land it. So that doesn't mean he cannot get lucky. But yeah, you have a slow and you have your ultimate, so it should be pretty easy to get away from that. Yeah, the ultimate, although it's not the best way to get out of a situation with Lee Sin, it still works. And really patiently waiting for the minions to die while the enemy Orianna is not even here. So he could have just as well pushed the whole wave into the turret and gotten a lot of damage done there. Yeah, the enemy Orianna, although she came back at full health, is now already at about half health. Oh, there's Lee Sin coming in. And Lee Sin getting slowed, but yeah, there's Udyr. Oh yeah, that was a great way to deal with that. But yeah, an easy double kill here, because the enemy Orianna came in, and yeah, that wasn't very good. She should have opened with her ultimate, and yeah, didn't use her ultimate at all. Obviously, our friendly Orianna did use the ultimate and did have, well, an easy time there. Yeah. Yeah, since I don't have any Orianna games yet, I'll go over the skills a little bit. First of all, yeah, the ball comes back to her when she's too far away from it, and blah blah, but the auto attacks deal additional damage when you hit someone multiple times. So it stacks up to 3 times, which isn't enough to make her a good AD carry. Oh no, it's never mind, it's based on her ability power nowadays. Anyway, so it does extra damage based on her ability power, and although that's only useful against like the really big minions or champions, it is still significant because it's 20% of her ability power, and it does extra damage, 15% magic damage extra for each hit after the first. So that means the 4th hit and onwards deal like 50% more damage, well 45. And getting another easy kill here. By now our Orianna here is so much more fat than enemy Orianna that it's not really fair anymore, and the jungler should really camp this lane to make sure that the enemy Orianna can actually get back into this, but for now there's no real way to do that. So anyway, then the Q, command attack, is basically an AoE spell that you drop somewhere. The fun is that 2 things happen in addition to that. First of all, it hits every target along the way, so it's kind of line skill shot from where the ball is at that moment to where you target it. So it can be a big line, and everything it hits along the way will get damaged, and that is an area of effect spell because the ball actually has an area. So yeah, it leaves, that's the second thing, it leaves the ball behind, and you can use it as a scout. Anyway, the W then, Dissonance. Dissonance releases the pulse, which basically is another AoE damage source, and that's the one where you see, yeah, this one, the one where you see the spiked circle, and that is pretty big amount of pretty big amount of damage, but also pretty big AoE. Once again getting an easy kill, because the jungler should camp this lane, but should do that when the Orianna is actually in lane. And another blue for Orianna, and that's enemy blue, because their blue is still up. So Orianna just picking up blue enemy Orianna, which would have been a great way for her to get back into this, but I'm guessing here she doesn't have any magic resist. Well, now she has null magic mantle, but if you're 0 and 5, then you're way too slow on that, and you're at half the minions. Yeah, Udyr should have stunned that guy. Obviously, Volibear is going to do some damage when he reaches the Orianna. But anyway, Protect then. That's the one here. He just used it. It's a shield, and it gives you extra armor, magic resist. It's still at level 1, so it's kind of, yeah, it's useful for the shield, but that's about it. It does shield about 114 damage now, and just like with the Q, whenever it goes through someone, or well, an enemy basically, it damages them. So you can use that as an additional damage source. And oh, I thought enemy Orianna was finally going to do something, but nope, not the case. Lee Sin really needs to hit his Q, but that's about it. I don't think Orianna could do anything there because she was slowed or something like that, but seems that she could have gotten out of that. Yeah, he has no slow, maybe on his skills, I don't know. Anyhow, losing the buff, I think, to Lee Sin. I'm not sure if he still had a buff, or she. Anyway, the ultimate then. Yeah, we've seen that used several times. All of the champions that are around the ball get flinged a certain distance towards the ball, but they can also, because the distance is set, it can overshoot the ball. So basically, if you're in front of if you're on this side of the ball, it will launch you that way. If you're on this side of the ball, it will launch you that way. Same for left and right. Yeah, if you're really close to the ball, it will launch you over the ball. If you're really far away from the ball, well, far away from what the actual radius is, and radius isn't very big. Yeah, double buff on this guy. And that is really something that Orianna might want. Oh, flash used. But he's not safe yet. Yeah, not using the ultimate here, which is surprising to me. That would have been a great way to kill him. And there you go, that was the ultimate. And there you go, double buff Orianna. So yeah, double buff is really a high price. It's like having an oracle. It makes you a prioritized target, and you should really not lose it like that, because that was just silly. There was really no reason to lose it like that. Anyway, we're 5, 5, and 1 with 2 levels in the ultimate. Let me unlock the camera. And by now, Orianna is at 9 and 2. I should have no problem getting the damage out. And killing just about everyone. Anyhow, yeah, so the ultimate does a lot of damage, but in my opinion it should have a bigger range. Yeah, the same direction basically as it has now. So the same distance that it throws people, but it should have a bigger range, because yeah, it is not completely useful except in a team fight. And here you can see it's used in a team fight. But yeah, even there, since it's not targeted, and Volibear and Singed have the same thing but targeted, but only can target one champion, obviously. It is, yeah, it isn't that useful. To me, it would be more useful if it had a longer range. So we can see the use of the ball here. The Q can really be spammed every few seconds. It has a 2.4 second cooldown with blue buff, that is, of course, with 40% cooldown reduction. So that means, yeah, it's like 4 seconds normally. Anyhow, yeah, the Q can really be spammed, and especially if you have enough mana to do it, and it can do a whole lot of damage. Wow, nicely done. There we go, going after the blue buff here, and not actually managing. Oh, she did get killed because of the red buff. Wow, that was amazing. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm just following this fight because it seems like the most interesting. Yeah, I don't think that this guy is going to die, but well, you never know. Now, Renekton seems to be getting out okay, and still 500 and something life left, so he can actually stay in. So Lee Sin is, I don't know, 4 and 4, so he died 4 times already, and he's saying to 13 and 4 Orianna that, like, those are my buffs, man. Yeah, come on, dude, be real. Start winning first. I mean, he does have 4 kills out of the 7 that his team has, but still. And there goes Cannon. No. Cannon survives. Cannon is still alive, but not for long, it seems. Oh, Cannon, dude, what are you doing? Cannon going in and just ignoring the fact that he has 10 life left, and just, yeah, just going in like a boss. Instead of just running out and saving his team the embarrassment of getting aced here for no good reason. Obviously you're going to lose this turret anyway, there is no reason to die for that. And yeah, we will see the kill on this guy as well. There we go, getting aced for no reason at all. I mean, they would have done a much better job if they just sacrificed this turret, regrouped, and then went to defend the inhibitor. But instead, oh, they could have gone after this one as well, but well, didn't want to apparently. Orianna getting blue buff here. Orianna, who wasn't even in the fight most of the time. Yeah, got into the or got to the blue buff and basically, well, got that. And it's now going to go home. Oh, maybe after this wave. Okay. Because killing a wave is really easy with Orianna. As you can see, you can just flip the ball with the Q and into W, into E, sorry, into Q, into E. No. Q, E, Q, W will basically get you the whole wave. And yeah, now going back home to buy some more, because, well, with 2800 gold, it is a good thing to actually go back home every now and then. So Akali, yeah, getting caught here a little bit, but is way too strong for the enemy. And has some backup here. And, well, that's it already. So, oh, I cannot pull up the stats anymore. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.